Hi, this is Diane Greco-Allen, and today I'm here to talk about something called a healing crisis. What is a healing crisis? Well, you can go through healing crises at different times. It might be that you're healing from an injury. You might be healing from surgery. You might be healing from being, exposed to a new virus like COVID. You could be healing from a lot of different things at the same time. And sometimes it can be related to emotional events that are going on in your life. So if you're going through a grieving process, maybe you have a loss of a relationship, maybe you've had some trauma in your life, maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe you're losing your children, your children are leaving you and you just feel like you're alone. Whatever that healing crisis is attached to, there are other things that come into play. So when we talk about a healing crisis, I want you to think about, so I just talked to a client who is going through a drastic healing crisis. And she had trauma, and there were many other things that were associated to her life. Actually, she was displaced from where she used to live. And when you move, you literally are, trying to figure out what your place is and getting used to that. So you're adjusting to new environments, new people, trying to figure out, where you're supposed to be. And if you're not on a scheduled regimen, even if you're changing jobs or whatever it is you're going through in life, these healing crises can be an overwhelming event. And it may feel like you've been pummeled by a truck and if you were physically abused, your body is going through mental and emotional as well as physical healing. So the only way to support everything that's going on around you is to give your body the nutrients it needs to heal. It's not just the food, but the food plays a huge important role on how well you're healing and how your liver is functioning and how your pancreas responds and all the things that come with it. So healing crisis can look like an episode of schizophrenia. It can look like horrific stomach and back pain. It can look like, if you injured your body and your bone is repairing or any tissue damage, you got to think about when you were growing, those growing pains you had. Actually, you might not have to have growing pains or healing pain if you mindfully eat the nutrients that your body needs. So in my book, it might be your pancreas, because I believe pancreatitis is connected to every healing crisis. And that hepatitis can also be a part of the picture, because a lot of us are not eating, and sometimes our body has to adjust to what we're not doing, and then it over responds. So you're not benefiting yourself or your body if you don't nourish your body and do the mindful eating routines. Mindful eating means no distractions, focus with attention on what you're eating, do as best as you can to avoid foods that cause inflammatory responses in your gut and that can lead to imbalances, cause urinary tract problems, cause just head, just the whole body feeling like you've just been hit by a truck. Okay, so sometimes you can get brain swelling, things like that. And if there's leaky gut, there's possibilities that other parts of your body are leaking and they're not functioning properly. So your brain, the blood-brain barrier is leaking because it's not functioning like it should to stop things from coming in and out like it should. Okay, same with the gut. And you want intestinal integrity. And that intestinal integrity is when your body is able to work like it should, those little fingers that are in your intestine, because we're going to remember that 30 feet of intestine your food has to go through, and you've got to have enough food in you with enough roughage and some bulk food to even navigate through that. But those fingers are working in your intestine. They're constantly working, you know. The cilia in the nose, everything's always working with whatever you're doing. And when the food comes in, and those little fingers are working to get that food along its path, and just the blood vessels take what they need and they put it into your blood. But if you give it too much of the wrong stuff, then things just start, maybe it's just working occasionally, and it just gets disconnected, and nutrients get mixed up, but they don't go where they're supposed to, and things start wearing down in your intestine. That leads to colon cancer. That can lead to a lot of things. Yeast overgrowth. Sometimes there's too much of the wrong bacteria in there growing, and it's just not working right, just like occasionally here and there. So you want things to be beautifully moving through that intestine. Okay, just a nice combination of things. It's pushing all the food through and getting rid of it. So you want the things to go in your bloodstream nice and easy, and you want things that shouldn't be in your bloodstream and in the body to come out of the body, and it's got to be all these things, these fingers moving through your body. So you can look in more detail at the bottom of my page on how these functions work in your intestinal tract and what your stomach's doing, but mostly think about what you're triggering your pancreas to do. Okay, so the triggers on the pancreas, this causes inflammation, but sometimes it doesn't turn out to be inflammation. When it's down the road, you're going to have like shrinkage, and then it's like it's not working, it's fatigued. There's a lot of things. So I have several chapters in the back of the book that talk about how your body detoxes and how the pancreas responds to injuries, surgery, trauma, all these things, because pancreatitis is pain. It's painful. And if also to shingles and any viral attacks on your body that get settled in because you didn't take care of it. Okay, Diane Greco-Allen, food relationship coach. I hope that you'll check below, subscribe to my channel. If you want to, you can donate to this channel. I would love that because we need to share that food is information connection, and it is our lifeline to wellness. Have a great day. Thanks.